here I'm asking you to graph the values that you have, but you're doing 5 revolutions. Okay, so you're going to go around the London Eye 5 times. I'm only going to do 2 times because drawing this on the computer is very challenging, and so it may not turn out perfect, but just think of whatever I draw, you'll have 3 more copies of it. So I'm only going to do for 2 revolutions instead of the 5. And so, again, what we have here is a periodic function because over time we're going to have the same y values, okay, over a certain interval. So we know that at, so these are by 2's. So at right here is halfway. So we know the values that we had there. Sorry about that pause there. We know at t equals 0 we're at 15 off the ground, right? Our y-axis is the height, this is time. But then we also know that every 30 minutes we're going to be back there. So here's also 30, and then also here at 60 would be back to the bottom. All right, so we're 15 meters off the ground. All right. We also know that on the 15-minute marks, we're going to be at the highest point, which is 135. And so that's going to be right around here. And then right around here is our 135 mark. So those are our max values. And so the range of our function here goes from 15 to 135, right? 15 to 135 meters. It can't go below that and it can't go above that. Okay, so as you're riding it, you're only 15 meters off the ground or you're up to 135 and everything in between. As we go through, we also know that halfway, right, so if this is 15, halfway between that, which I guess would be right around here, we're at the 75 mark. And so that's going to occur a bunch of times, right, because you hit it twice per cycle at least. So I hit it here, and then I'm going to hit it right around here, I think. So these may be a little off. Kind of just eyeballing it here, and then right around here. So this is at your t equals 7.5, t equals 22.5, and so on when you hit this. So this is kind of an important line that we can draw here. It's kind of the halfway point, right? It's the halfway point between the min and the maxes, right? And so when we draw our periodic function, you're going to use a smooth curve that goes through those points. This is going to be challenging for me, so, but it's going to be a smooth curve, not a line that goes through the points, but a curve. Comes up, turns at that point. It's a turning point. Comes down, turns at the bottom, and it's going to just keep repeating this cycle. So it almost looks like waves in the ocean. Down. And so this pattern would continue. All right, this is 2 cycles of traveling on the millennial wheel. So again, if you had the 5, you would have 5 of these, right? You would go up to 150, but I only had, it would be easier for me to just do 2 of them, right? And so this is what our periodic functions are going to look like. It looks like waves in the ocean. Our domain, like for my domain, I only go from 0 to 60. When you draw it, because you're doing 5 revolutions, you're going from 0 to 150, but your range is still going to be the same. All right, so that's how we draw our periodic functions. On the next video, you're going to see some key definitions and our kind of sum things up from that.